Goodbye, girl. Time. Goodbye, Bessie. Goodbye, girl.
I thank God for everything, because it's just been rough. I didn't know what was going to happen to me, and nobody did. So this is the first time in my life I've ever gone through something like that.
K. Michelle has called Jonathan out on being a fake friend. And when a fan asked Jonathan wasn't there, she completely snapped into a long rage.
What should I address first? Okay, let's start with this notion of Jonathan is fake because every week he has a new best friend.
How on every episode you have a new best friend? There is nobody in the world who is best friends with everybody.
Let's talk about that. So, I have many different kinds of friends that y'all ain't never seen who been in my life, okay? Who's been in my life because they don't belong on Love and Hip Hop. They don't belong on nobody else's fucking reality show, okay? So those are some of my best friends who've also been in my life since I was 15 years old and I'm 33, so y'all can do some math. Since I'm such a bad person, why have these people been in my life for 17 fucking years? Let's start there. I have straight female best friends. Some are celebrities, some are not. So this whole, he's flip-flopping because all of a sudden he's best friends with Yandy. Let me tell y'all something about me and Yandy. Yandy and I go way back, okay? Since Love and Hip Hop started. Yandy and I were best friends before K. Michelle dreamt of being on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Before there was a Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Yandy and me were already friends, okay? I was at her wedding. I was at her baby shower. Do you know how old Omir is? I was at her baby shower with Omir. So, y'all are not gonna sit here and tell me his new best friend. Anais has been in my life since we were kids. We used to sneak into clubs together. This is not a new best friend. She might be new to y'all because she's reaching into a new market, but she's not new to me. So this whole, he got a new best friend, yeah, he's flip-flopping, yeah, she's telling the truth. Is she telling the truth? Is she telling the truth? Because I don't fall out with my friends. Anais and I had a disagreement that in real life would not have played out in front of the world. Because we're not like that. We're private people. And that's like a sister to me. We could curse each other the fuck out and be making out the next minute because we're fucking crazy. That's who we are. Her and K. Michelle are my only two friends that I've ever fallen out with. Everybody else who's been my best friend has been my best friend for years.
I mean, how many can you have?
Let me go down the list of best friends since y'all are so motherfucking concerned so that there's no questions in the future when I post these people. Here we go. It's Johan, Jonas, Solomon, Alcides, Karen, Alice, Emily B, Yandy, Anais, Kim, and Kenny. Those are my fucking best friends. If your name ain't on that list, well then, sorry to tell you, boo-boo, you ain't my best friend. And I won't be calling somebody who's not in that list a best friend. So we can clarify that. Second thing, this whole K. Michelle gave you everything. K. Michelle created, did she? Because last I checked, I ended up on her show because I was a makeup artist.
As soon as you got your record deal, you called me.
Last I checked, I was a makeup artist for her because I was good at my job. Okay? So when you check into your jobs, to your 9 to 5, do you look at your CEO or the boss of your company like, this is my creator, this is my end-all be-all, I have to kiss the ground that he walks at. If he takes a shit, I will go and eat it. No. We became friends like I become friends with everybody that I work with. You know why? Because I genuinely give a fuck and care about people. And I genuinely gave a fuck and cared about Kimberly. I sure did. Regardless of what she wants to tell y'all, I don't care. I did. I don't fall out with people. Okay? And when I saw that she falls out with all her friends, I'm like, she really does need a great person in her life. I too was believing the hype. Yeah. Maybe it is them. Maybe it was everybody who slighted her throughout the years. Yeah, it was them. It wasn't her. Still, let me be a good friend. Let me be there for her. If I'm such a user, if I'm such a manipulator, why after season 3 of K. Michelle My Life, I was like, I'm good, I'm done. I actually tried to quit halfway through the season. halfway through the season over some bullshit with some fillers. And I'm not going to go deep into that because I'm not the kind of person to talk about people, especially not kick people when they're low. I like to have a conversation with you when you're at your high. But enough is enough. Enough is a fucking enough. This narrative of the victim and the villain, and life is not that dramatic, people. Television sensationalizes things because you see for 60 minutes something that took months to film. They take the most sensational things. Life is not that dramatic. Some people go through surgery and they have complications. I myself have had over 20 plastic surgery procedures. I know the complications that come with it. I too have had to have a blood transfusion in the past. You know who's by my side? My mama. Who was supposed to be there? Were my friends there? No. My friends were at their jobs. They were with their family. They were doing the things that they were supposed to be doing. That being said, moving forward, I had a conversation with Kay about 8 or 9 days ago. She called me to check up on another friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours. We talked. She told me everything that was going on. I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. I'm so happy that you're taking this stuff out of your body. It's going to be a long process, but it's going to be worth it, especially if you're feeling so sick from it. You've actually opened up my eyes, and I'm going to look into removing the one that I had injected into myself as well, because we have the same product. And she said, I'm telling you, friend, don't fucking play around. Take it out before it's too late.
F him. I called and asked him to come. He said he couldn't. He had to work, and then said, I'm going to call you back. I'm headed to brunch, and he never even called me back.
So I was like, you know, I'm going to pray for you. I'm on the run. I'm going to call you back. Did I call her back? I didn't call her back. She never once told me she was going back into the hospital. Time passed. There's stuff going on with my family that I don't feel the need to divulge, but now I have to talk about it. Now I have to talk about it because she's making it seem like I was running on my way to brunch. Was I? I just want you people to know something. My biological brother, okay? My biological brother, the boy that I raised him with my sister, my sisters, and my mom, is completely distraught because last night his father passed away, a man who has been ill. My sister and him, I haven't even heard from my sister. She can't even talk, can't even pick up the phone for her brother. But I have to come on live and defend myself against attacks and lies over somebody who constantly needs to play this victim role. Friend, I want you to get better. I want you to feel great. But you will not heal if you do not put your mind in a positive place. Medicine can only function in your body when you're positively thinking, when you're receiving positive affirmations in your brain. Don't make your illness about anybody else. Focus on your health. Everybody's going through stuff. Had you called me like you're saying you did, you would have known that my own family is going through hell right now. You would have known that. But how could you know? You're so consumed with your own life, with all the stuff you have going on, allegedly, that we're supposed to run to your beck and call every waking moment. And people have stuff happening too. And we were there for each other, and when we're in the same city, it's like no time has passed, like friends should be. But anybody who has a friend who lives in another state or another country knows that you maintain a friendship through phone conversations, and when you can. When I went to Atlanta, I had to do some press in Atlanta. I stayed 3 extra days. I said, friend, I'm gonna go visit the restaurant. Friend, you know what? I'm gonna stay extra days because I know you're performing here and you're on tour, and I want to show support. I want to show love. And I did that, and we had a great time. Went to the after party and everything. That's what friends do. What more do you want from me?
I do things for my friends and never ask for anything. Not one thing, and no one owes me a thing, but the way and obvious transition of his actions does not take a rocket scientist to see what the goal was after all these years. How do you sit around with someone and talk about how bad a production company is and treats me, tell me not to take any shit from them, and then turn around and get on the show with them? The very one you told me not to do. The whole best friend guy storyline is up.
If there's going to be this, he's a good friend, he's my brother, no, I hate him, then we don't need to be friends. Then fine. And if this is the only method of communication and the only way that we can speak is going on each other's lives, then so be it. I wish you the best of luck. I'm going to get off this thing. I want people to know that I am focused on my family. My family needs me more than ever right now because they too are going through things. I myself, look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. I look like I've been crying. Like, it's not always about you, the celebrity. People go through things too. People go through their own shit. And while what you went through is awful, and I would not wish that on anybody, I also wish that you would have reached out and said, I'm going to the hospital. Not purposely. Not tell me so that I won't find out. Then cry on live. If you could open your live to cry to the world, call your friends. Call your friends. You know how many mutual friends of ours I call? And I'm like, what's happening with Kim? People are telling me that she's on live, she's sick. What's happening? We don't know. We just saw it on live too. She's not responding to anybody. She's deleted so many people. It's always I'm fine. I'm good. Don't look for me. Everything gonna be fine. Just people keep doing me wrong. And no. People ain't doing you wrong. No. People are living their lives. You reach out when you need them. You reach out to congratulate them on their successes. You reach out to check up on them. You don't only call them in your deepest, darkest moments. And you don't only call them when you need something. Every time you call somebody, you can't say, oh, by the way, I need you to do this. No. Friends are not workers. Friends are friends.
People had to work and were too busy to be there for me. Please don't try to call me now. I have no hate in my heart, but I have no room for you.
And if you don't believe that I am the friend that you all thought I was, check my fucking trajectory of friendships. Because she's the only friend who has such vile things to say about me. And the lies that she's saying, the things that she puts out there, dramatizing them. Because there's always a dramatic flair to a little bit of truth. There are some truths hidden in there, but the dramatization of it all, saying that I made her quit the show and I begged her leave the company. Why the fuck would I do that? She didn't even want to know. She didn't even want to hear certain producers' names, and I made them reconnect. I made her reconnect with them. Why would I do that? And in the same breath say, leave the production company, and then, but then he gonna turn around and do the show? Why would I not be being given the opportunity to tell a gay story, to tell my own story about gay conversion therapy and all this shit that has gone on in my life? Why not? And why is that a slight to you? Why not celebrate me? Why not be happy for me? Why not say, friend, you did a great job. I'm happy for you. Or call me and give me advice and say, hey, this is your first time at the rodeo. And, the focus is on you now. So maybe do this and do that, which a lot of friends of mine did do. A lot of people who've been on this show have done. They called me and gave me great advice. You ran for the hills, sis. On that note, I'm getting off this thing, but I want you people to know everything doesn't have to live in this box. This app of Instagram is fake. This is stuff that people put out there because they want you to believe certain things. And don't think for 1 second that because it doesn't live in this box and in this screen, that it's not real. It's very real. People live very real lives. And life has been very real for me for the last week as well. I just don't go on live and post about it. I try to keep it positive. I try to keep it PG. I try to keep my private life as private as I can. What I can control, I'm going to control. And if my family don't want to be up on this live, and if my family's business doesn't want to be up on this live, I don't need to put it out there. But it's also not fair that I have to come on here on such a difficult day for my family and defend myself from bullshit. Okay? Fake fucking news. Fake fucking news. And if you're believing that, then you're just as miserable as the person that we're talking about.
And you said, I need you by my side.
He will post how much he loves me in public, but never in private. He is determined to make y'all think we are so in love and he's there for me. He knows how much I've helped him and doesn't want the backlash from anyone. But I'm always the villain, so I don't say much.